Clearly you don't know your history. Introducing Ada Lovelace, English mathematician and writer who wrote the first algorithm for a computer. And this one you're really going to hate. Frequency hopping. A method of transmitting radio signals by rapidly switching the carrier between different frequency channels. You see, during World War II, the German U-boats were attacking ships left and right. And in 1940, they attacked a ship that had 83 children, all of whom were unalived, as well as everybody else on the boat. The U-boats were super sophisticated, and they could outmaneuver any ship the Allies had. Enter this magnificent woman. Do you know who this is, commenter? I guess not. That's Hollywood actress Hedy Lamarr. Now, this woman was super famous, big Hollywood star, super glamorous. She was actually the first woman in history to be topless in a film. The film was called Ecstasy. But you know what her real contribution was? She read about that ship sinking and those 83 unalived children and said, we have to do something about this. This is crazy. In addition to being gorgeous and a Hollywood actress, she was also an inventor. And she thought, hey, you know what would help? A radio-controlled torpedo. The problem was radio communications were not secure. The Germans could just find the frequency and then jam it, right? So she came up with a way to guide the torpedo on a frequency that couldn't be interrupted. Instead of just one frequency, the system would constantly change frequencies, hopping all over so the Germans wouldn't be able to jam it. That's frequency hopping. Here's the actual patent she filed for that technology. Without Hedy Lamarr, we wouldn't have Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, because that frequency hopping technology is what allows those things to work. So the very phone I'm typing on, the hardware maybe, but what makes it work, that was invented by a woman. And the algorithms that make all computers work, that was invented by a woman. As for the epidural, you got me there. It was a Spanish army surgeon, a guy. But while we're on the subject of gynecology, you know what else men invented? Men invented the myth of race. J. Marion Sims, known as the father of modern gynecology. You know how he made all of his gynecological discoveries? He experimented on Black enslaved women. Obviously without their consent and without anesthesia. In fact, we were all so proud of this man's achievements in gynecology that in 2017, his statue was removed from Central Park. The origins of gynecological research, as well as medical research in other fields, perpetuating the racial stereotypes. For example, that Black women don't feel as much pain as white women do during childbirth, or any other procedure, which is why Black people are given less pain medication than white people. There are numerous studies. Quite a legacy for those men, huh? And don't even get me started on Henrietta Lacks. Numerous medical breakthroughs have been made using the so-called HeLa cells that were stolen from this woman's body when she was being treated for cancer. Without HeLa cells, we wouldn't have been able to develop the COVID vaccine, the polio vaccine, studies of leukemia, HIV, and other cancers. These advancements would not have been possible without cells that were stolen from a Black woman. Oh, a woman also did the math that got us to the moon, by the way. A Black woman. Her name was Katherine Johnson. Since I'm child-free, an epidural won't be something I'm ever going to need, so I will just continue enjoying my life and all this technology that was invented by women. Thanks. Have a nice day.